Our film begins with a YouTube content creator named Sebastian, who tells a story in his video about a building in Munich, Germany, belonging to a master locksmith named Hans. Hans was a man who dedicated his entire life to his work until his wife and son died. He then began working on his greatest masterpiece, creating 4 safes. Legend has it that if anyone tried to force open any of the 4 safes, everything inside would be incinerated. Hans also created an additional safe and locked himself inside. People tried to free him from the tomb he had created for himself, but the safe was impossible to open, and the material it was made from was impenetrable. The safe became Hans's coffin, and people threw it into the sea after his death. The safes created by Hans were named Rheingold, Walküre, Siegfried, and Götterdämmerung. There is a rumor that they are being restored, but no one knows where they are located. As for the 4th safe, Götterdämmerung, no one knows anything about it. Sebastian ends the video and asks viewers to subscribe and like the video. After uploading the video to YouTube, Sebastian opens a safe lock on his table in 8 seconds, feeling very proud of his talent. He has no followers or viewers for his content on his channel. He returns to his boring life, gets coffee, and goes to the bank where he works, enduring the daily routine. His day consists of customers yelling at him. When Sebastian tries to distract himself from a yelling customer, he watches TV until she finishes, then gives her the check and sends her away. During his break, he checks his YouTube channel and is surprised to see his first view and comment. He becomes very excited. The comment tells Sebastian to go to a specific address if he wants to test his skills. Sebastian goes to the address at night and tells the guard the password that was in the comment. He enters the place and finds himself as the last contestant in a safe-cracking competition. He is confused and asks the other contestants what is happening, but no one answers him. The host tells them to begin, and all the contestants start opening the safes. The host thinks that only 4 of the contestants will qualify for the next stage. Sebastian easily opens the safe and comes in 4th place, qualifying for the semi-finals. The audience cheers for the winners, and the contestants begin opening the safes. One of them, named Nihon, manages to open the safe first, with Sebastian coming in second. In the end, they have 3 minutes to open a reinforced door lock. Nihon is confident in his abilities. When the host tells them to start, Nihon moves, but Sebastian takes his time and watches Nihon. He places his hand on the door as if feeling the gears in the lock. Sebastian talks to Nihon, and with 1 minute left, in the last 30 seconds, Sebastian manages to open the lock in 1 second with ease. Nihon feels humiliated and tries to hit Sebastian, but the guard stops him. The audience applauds Sebastian, who notices a beautiful girl among them named Gwen. She will change his life, and Sebastian will learn many things about her, including that she stole her first expensive watch when she was 6 years old, and that her heart was broken at the age of 16, and she stole her first car at 17, which caught the attention of Interpol. However, when Interpol sees her at the competition, they don't recognize her. Upon returning home, Sebastian places the prize next to his family picture, proud of the opportunity to showcase his talents. The next day, while having coffee at Spacey's, he is surprised by a woman who reveals herself as his first viewer and commenter on his channel. He asks who she is, and she replies, "I'm the girl who will change your life forever." She explains that she has been watching him, aware of his talents and solitary life. She reveals that within 7 minutes at the cafe, she managed to steal a ring, someone's watch, and even the gun of a man sitting alone in the corner. She confesses that she is an international jewel thief and wants Sebastian's expertise to work with her. She explains that no one knows anything about Hans, which is why she needs him. Due to political issues in America, the safes will be transferred to Geneva within the next 66 hours, presenting the perfect opportunity for Sebastian to open the 3 safes created by Hans. Gwen takes his hand and gives him an address to visit if he decides to join her. Living a monotonous life and watching the news about the current situation in America, Sebastian finally decides to accept the offer. He goes to the address, where Gwen welcomes him and introduces him to Karina, the team's technology expert and hacking specialist. He also meets Ralph, the fastest driver alive, even surpassing Nicolas Cage and Brad Cage, who grew up watching Nicolas Cage movies and learned the art of crime from him. Karina explains the plan to Sebastian. The Rheingold Vault in Paris, France contains 413 million lock components. The Valkyrie Vault in Prague, Czech Republic, has 235 billion components, and the Siegfried Vault in St. Moritz, Switzerland, has a staggering 72 trillion components and is rumored to contain $100 million. All three safes are owned by an Asian billionaire named Tanaka. With no time to waste, the team immediately flies to Paris. On their way to the bank, Sebastian becomes anxious and expresses his concerns, but they proceed with the plan. Sebastian enters the bank and goes to the restroom, followed by Gwen, who steals keys from a security guard. She then requests access to a safe deposit box using a fake name. Karina enters and assists her with a woman at the counter, being the only one who speaks English. Gwen enters the men's restroom and retrieves Sebastian, leading him to the Rheingold Vault. Before starting his work, Sebastian spends a long time recounting the history of the vault to Gwen, who is uninterested and urges him to begin. He continues his story, explaining how the gold used to create the vault was extracted, referring to the vault as his lover. He plays a song by the artist Rheingold, after whom the vault was named, and begins to open it. He feels the gears of the lock components clicking into place, each finding its designated position. Sebastian effortlessly opens the vault, leaving him and Gwen overjoyed with their success. Gwen reminds him that their actions are not driven by money, but by the desire to leave their mark on history and become legends. Sebastian exits the vault, followed by Gwen with the stolen money. Their first heist is a success. At Interpol, Agent Delacroix is aware of the team's heist in France. His colleague, Beatrix, questions the significance of this case and why it's prioritized over current issues in America. Delacroix shows her surveillance footage of the team, revealing their identities to Interpol. He explains they plan to steal 2 more vaults, presenting an opportunity for Interpol to apprehend them. Meanwhile, the team celebrates their successful heist in France, enjoying sandwiches. Karina expresses her admiration for Sebastian, but he's drawn to Gwen, who has caught his eye. Karina reveals Gwen is in a relationship with Brad, although they're currently facing problems. Sebastian visits Gwen in her room, and she explains Brad's nickname, Brad Cage, inspired by his admiration for actor Nicolas Cage. However, she describes Brad as narcissistic and preferring to work alone. Sebastian shares his own childhood experiences, and they get to know each other better over several hours. Gwen talks extensively, while Sebastian mostly remains silent and observant. Brad is bothered by his girlfriend's engagement with Sebastian. Gwen asks Sebastian to sit beside her and mentions that after their mission, she plans to travel to Nevada, USA, where rumors suggest the 4th vault, Gotterdammerung, is located. The next day, the team travels to Prague, with Delacroix arriving a day earlier. Brad continues to act aggressively towards Sebastian during the journey. Upon reaching their destination at the bank, Sebastian feels apprehensive but confident in his ability to open the vault. He poses as an accountant and informs the team he's inside the bank. Karina manages to hack into the bank's security system, allowing Sebastian to bypass security and guiding him through the corridors until she's forced to disconnect. Without guidance, Sebastian becomes unsure of how to reach the vault. He enters a restricted room, avoiding guards and surveillance cameras. He ends up in the elevator with Gwen, descending to the Falkenstein vault chamber. As the elevator doors open, they encounter 2 guards. To Sebastian's surprise, Gwen, a skilled martial artist, fights and incapacitates them. Sebastian begins working on the vault, recounting its history and the legends surrounding it. Interpol remains unaware of the team's location. Delacroix receives information and realizes the team is inside the bank, mobilizing his forces. When the guards discover the security breach, they lock down all doors. Karina informs the team that the guards are attempting to apprehend them, prompting them to activate their backup plan, an armed bank robbery. Sebastian finally begins to open the vault, but his first attempt fails. The handle retracts, and a different handle appears. If he fails again, the vault will remain permanently sealed. Despite his anxiety, Sebastian makes progress. As the second handle retracts, a third one appears. With his expertise, Sebastian successfully opens the vault, and he and Gwen are thrilled to see the riches within. Karina contacts them, warning them of the situation and the limited time they have. Sebastian and Gwen fill bags with money and exit the vault. Brad attempts to leave, but encounters the guards. He throws a bag of money at them and jumps over the railing, engaging in a fight with another guard before leaping out of a window. However, he gets shot in the process. Gwen and Sebastian exit due to the distraction Brad created. As the team's van starts moving, they run after it, attempting to jump in while it's moving. Brad helps Gwen, but when Sebastian reaches for his hand, Brad throws him to the ground. All team members except Brad are upset with Sebastian. The police chase Sebastian, who steals a citizen's bike and manages to escape, jumping onto a moving train. Karina informs the team that Sebastian hasn't been caught, or at least the police haven't announced his capture. It turns out the team's plan all along was to get rid of Sebastian after the second and final operation. But Gwen is particularly upset with Brad's method of disposing of Sebastian. Even Ralph expresses his fondness for having Sebastian on the team. Gwen remains perplexed about how the team will open the Siegfried vault without Sebastian. Brad argues they have more money than they need and suggests skipping the final mission. Gwen insists their purpose isn't solely about the money. Brad attempts to appease Gwen and keep her on the team, confessing his love for her. However, Gwen doesn't reciprocate the same feelings, leading to Brad's anger and her expulsion from the car. Karina also leaves the team and joins Gwen. As they discuss how to open the next vault, Sebastian arrives home to find Gwen and Karina waiting for him. He appears oblivious to their presence. The women debate how to approach him, and Karina takes the initiative and yells, startling Sebastian and causing him to spill his drink. Gwen apologizes for the incident. Sebastian replies that his forgiveness is irrelevant as the team will eventually disband, leaving him with no share and returning to his boring life. Gwen counters, emphasizing his unique ability to open the vault and make history. Sebastian joins them and they discuss the plan. He agrees to help, and Delacroix begins searching on YouTube. He looks for Hans and finds a video of Sebastian, revealing his identity as the person Interpol has been pursuing. Strangely, the video was uploaded just a minute ago, but the comments date back 2 weeks. Sebastian experiences a nightmare about zombies and wakes up scared. He's on his way with the girls to St. Moritz. Interpol is monitoring the casino where the Siegfried vault will be transported. The vault's arrival is expected within 2 hours. Interpol intercepts a message from the team, indicating their plan to attack the casino at 5 a.m. They wait until 5 a.m., enter the casino, and are informed by the manager that they are aware of the situation and have taken precautions. Delacroix asks who informed them, and the manager reveals it was Interpol. The vault was taken half an hour ago. The team realizes they were tricked, and that 8 hours prior, Karina contacted the casino manager and informed him of the heist. The manager decided to change the vault's transportation schedule and hid it in a truck. She then knocked out the truck guards and left them on the road, leading Interpol to intercept the message and retrieve the vault from the casino using a giant crane on a truck. Gwen and Sebastian, disguised as security guards, infiltrate the team. Sebastian, playing music in front of the vault, begins narrating its history to Gwen while talking to the vault itself. Interpol leaves the casino, and Brad, enraged by the team's betrayal, tracks Gwen's location through her phone. Karina notices this and tries to stop Brad and Ralph, but the police apprehend her. Karina manages to send a final message to the rest of the team. Beatrix promises to protect her younger brother if she reveals any information about the team. Under pressure, Karina discloses the team's destination. Sebastian works on the 6th out of 7 handles on the vault. Upon hearing a click, he attempts to open the door. Due to the truck swerving, Sebastian bumps into the vault, accidentally shifting the gears into place and finally opening it. Brad and Interpol are close behind. Sebastian and Gwen fill their bags with money from the vault. As they exit the truck, they find Brad waiting. He tries to shoot Sebastian, but Gwen reveals she disabled his weapon. A fight ensues between Gwen and Brad. An enraged Sebastian intervenes and punches Brad. They escape in the truck, leaving Brad and Ralph to be arrested by Interpol. Gwen expresses her gratitude to Sebastian for defending her. He confesses his admiration for her, and despite the inopportune timing, Gwen reciprocates his feelings. They reach the docks with the money, but Delacroix catches up to them. He points his gun at Gwen, who aims her weapon at him. Gwen makes a deal: her arrest in exchange for Sebastian's freedom. Delacroix agrees, but Sebastian refuses. Gwen assures Sebastian she will find him, and they will open the fourth vault together someday. She yells at him, forcing him to board the boat to escape. Upon seeing his fake passport and a plane ticket to America, Sebastian's heart breaks. Gwen was the only person in the world who wanted to be with him. He vows to reunite with her and solve the mystery of the fourth vault together. One day in California, a man and a woman enter a locksmith's shop. They find Sebastian and present him with a blueprint of the Götterdämmerung vault, asking if he can open it. Sebastian smiles with joy and nods in agreement, knowing he will meet his beloved Gwen again. We have reached the end of the summary. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to watch more videos like this. Thank you for watching.